Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It's Monday morning. And I thought I would just let out some of my thoughts and opinions about what's been going on. Harry and Meghan, the king, the royal family, how it all works, what we're seeing as opposed to what's being hidden, all of it. And just my opinion. And you know, Harry and Meghan, well, there's so much about them. They're so easy to dislike. Their sense of entitlement, the grudges that they hold, their selfishness, their egoism and narcissism. You know, you've got Harry, who grew up having everything done for him, everything given to him. He's never had to pass an exam or take a job in his life. Even things that his charity sent to Belly, even the Invictus Games. These things were not born out of some desire of his to give something back or do well or use his position to help the world. No, these things were in-house projects developed at Buckingham Palace with the staff, you know, the men in gray suits, as they're called, as a way to give Harry something to do, to keep him out of trouble, to keep him under control, and to foster a public image that was presentable and likable to the world at large. That's all he's known in a lot of ways. Yeah, and even his army days, his 2 tours in Afghanistan, he's a war hero. He's not. He hung out in like a bunker. He had his own personal Gurkha guards protecting him, and they outnumbered the men in his unit. You know, he was not a war hero. He was not a gunner. He never became a pilot. He read a map, you know. That's about all he did. Sat at the back of the plane. He played soldier for a decade, and that satisfied the public. That gave him an image that, you know, was presentable. That's all it is. It's just show. As with most of what the royal family does, a lot of it is to project an image to the public to satisfy the public's return on investment, really. I mean, they are funded by the public, and they need the public affirmation. You know, without the public, there's no reason for them to exist. Really. They need to be seen to be believed, as the Queen said. They need to have admiration and respect from the public to maintain their position. They would call it soft power. It's anything but soft power. There's so many things about the royal family that we're just learning. About their operations, about what they're actually doing and why, how it all works. All of the secrets, all of the questions we've ever had. And some of it now is starting to come to light, and we're starting to be able to put some of it together. thanks to, unbelievably thanks to Harry and Meghan, and I'll explain it. Harry and Meghan are just so awful. They're monetizing the royal family. They're acting so arrogant. They are just seem to be given millions just out of the, oh, you're Harry and Meghan, the prince, here's $1 million, $20 million, Spotify and this and that. And as we've seen, even though they've had all the mountains of millions pouring in for their deals, right? Nothing works. Nothing works beyond, I mean, everything is a one-shot deal. Her new jam thing, American Orchard, that's not going to fly because she has no idea what to do with business. And, you know, but people are criticizing, oh, the logo, her, you know, monogram thing looks like, it looks regal. She's trying to copy the royal family, and, you know, we've got Highgrove jam, and we've got Duchy of Cornwall jam, and the king seems to be doing all right selling his jam. But Meghan's not going to be able to make a go of it, even though she's doing the same thing. And acting, you know, the Duchess of Sussex. And what do you mean that can't sell jam just the way the king does? Notwithstanding that they're not well liked, and that's even getting worse. Just look at the, you know, they're being criticized. Oh, they shouldn't be selling jam. They shouldn't be doing any of these things. You can't leave the royal family, be half in and half out, and use the royal family's name, but engage in a financial enterprise. But it's really kind of funny, you know, a private financial enterprise. And they're just so awful in the way they're going about it. Makes us dislike them even more. But when you look a little closer, you see that Harry's only, I mean, the royal family. You've got Zara's husband a few years ago was doing commercials in China for milk, for some milk, and saying, oh, this is the milk all the British royal family drinks, you know, and yeah, they've got Range Rover deals, and now, yeah, they don't have royal titles, and they've been raised outside of, you know, that they've been allowed to do their own thing, as has Princess Margaret's children as well. But now Harry and Meghan, you know, I mean, as misguided as they are, they want it out. But the royal family is all Harry's ever known, so he doesn't know how to do anything else but be a royal. Meghan is just a megalomaniac, so she'll take as much as she can get, and she'll try to get it all. So, I mean, with that kind of attitude, of course they're going to try to milk the royal name, because that's all they have. And this is why people get upset. The Duchy of Cornwall produces meat and sausage and fabric and hard goods and jam. And Prince Charles, now king, well, now the duchy has been passed on to Prince William, because he is now the Prince of Wales. And the Duchy of Cornwall was basically developed, born out of a need in the 1700s, I believe, to provide an income for the Prince of Wales, the king in waiting. So they appropriated the land, said, yep, that's ours. And you know, as monarchy does, they just have to say it. And that's what it is. That's what a letters patent is, nothing more than a memo. You know, protocol is nothing more than the monarch's whim at the time. How they operate is a law. A law when you're a royal. They can make the law, they can bend the law, they can ignore the law, they can make their own laws. Same, insert the word taxes. Insert the word income. The king basically can do whatever the heck he wants. The Prince of Wales, William, upon becoming Prince of Wales, became a billionaire overnight. The Duchy of Cornwall produces about £22 million of income a year. The king, being having under his control the crown lands, which are things like we have crown land here in Canada as well. He owns like a third of the country. In England, of course, the whole coastline and the seabed and, you know, the dolphins and the wind farms that are offshore, he gets an income from all of this. And here's the thing, just recently, I did a video on this a while ago, maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago or something, talking about the new scheme to increase the wind farms along the coast in Cornwall. And Prince Charles at the time, okay, so it was over a year ago. It was a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Anyway, it was going to be developed over the course of, I think, 10 years, adding more and more wind farms along the coast. And Charles, the Prince of Wales at the time, is saying how this is going to be such a benefit because it'll give him an opportunity to give back to the people. You know, as all this energy from the wind farms is produced, they'll be able to reimburse the people for the high cost to their power, whatever, you know, that this was going to be such a boon for the people. And I broke it down at the time. We'll just look at it briefly here again. These wind farms along the coast, because that is crown land, the king automatically gets 30% of the profits. Now, what he was talking about was saying he's gonna take less than that. We don't know how much less. He said, and he's gonna give it back to the Home Office, that handles, you know, the tax money and all of that, right? Well, we don't know. Is he going to give back 1% to that 30? Or is he going to be giving back 29% of that 30? No telling. And because he's the king, he can decide whatever he wants. Just like the way they pay tax. When the Queen died and he inherited all the castles and homes and artwork and horses and billions of dollars worth of everything under the sun, he did not pay any inheritance tax. In Britain, everybody else, every subject of the king, pays an inheritance tax. He's exempt. One of the richest men in the country, and he's exempt. Yeah. Yeah. The laws are for thee, not for he. He doesn't need to. The law is only the law as far as he decides that he's going to follow it. He's got, and they say that, you know, they don't have any power. They have soft power. I tell you that's power, to be able to control these things. And the way Harry's helped us is with every gaffe they've done has proven out how he thinks about things, how he acts. Even this new, his African charity, African parks, and everything wrong that's going on there, the way it was developed from the get-go, it's very inception, you know, rich aristocrats deciding that they want tracts of land for themselves that they can utilize and enjoy, but they don't, they want it private. Well, you can go back to Prince Philip, the founder of the World Wildlife Foundation. It was never about conservation. It was never about saving the planet. Same as the green agenda now that we've got Charles and William involved in. It's all a scam. It's all part of the elitist plan for them to be able to utilize any resources they see fit and to restrict our use of them. That's basically what it rolls down to. That's basically what it is, and the royals are right on board. Harry's got, you know, his Travelist, which we all mock and we think, but it's no... Look at the people that are investing with Travelist. You've got Visa, you've got all kinds of huge multinational corporations are behind this gig. You wonder why. You look at, see, the royal family is able to engage in the same kind of practices as Harry's doing, behind a cloak of a charity thing. And that's how it works. That's how the game's played. And Harry and Meghan are trying to do exactly the same thing, but because they don't have the protection of the royal family to the degree they did when they were in England, it's a little more transparent. We can see the game, but it's really the same game. Now, if you caught it, I said not quite the same protection, because they're still being protected. Oh, yeah. They're being protected by the American government. They're being protected by the British government. They're being protected by the royal family. Six of one, half a dozen of the other. They're being protected because of, even though he's left, Harry still holds status. They're also being protected because even though they left, they hold secrets. Secrets that the royal family doesn't want out. We've seen just lately what a cluster F can be when information gets out, when they mishandle information. The whole Kate thing, holy moly. By the way, where is Kate? It's after Easter. The kids are back in school. No word. Just to put it there. Anyway, I've been going on for near 20 minutes here, and I just wanted to give you a few things to think about in light of everything that's going on. We have to look beyond that to a large degree. I think the royal family is thankful for Harry and Meghan. They're a big distraction right now. Keeps people's eyes averted. So it works on all levels, doesn't it? Just my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to know what you think about everything. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.